Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. There are players who are NBA stars but have not managed to win a championship. This is the case of Chris Paul, a renowned player, multiple All-Star, and at 40 years old, who is still chasing an NBA title. This would be his chance to do so by joining the Lakers, because he can be very effective as the Lakers' sixth man, because he is a good defender, knows how to score and provides many assists. The Lakers are urged to bring Chris Paul in if his value is too low for negotiation. The Los Angeles Lakers' glaring lack of a sufficient supporting cast was a massive concern heading into the 2025 NBA playoffs. While their issues regarding frontcourt depth became a prominent topic throughout their short-lived postseason run, the notable absence of a capable backup point guard heavily contributed to their demoralizing 5-game first-round exit at the hands of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Los Angeles' superstar tandem of LeBron James and Luka Doncic carry the playmaking load for the team's starting rotation, but a reserve floor general remains a need for the group heading into the 2025 offseason. Fortunately for the Lakers' general manager Rob Pelinka, recent reports have indicated that a perfect opportunity could present itself to pair the team's generational duo with a legendary passer and future first-ballot Hall of Fame inductee from the San Antonio Spurs in the coming months. Anticipation is building that Chris Paul could be on the move again this offseason, even though his time as a Spur as a mentor to Victor Wembanyama and a young team overall was an unabashed success, the Stein Line's Mark Stein wrote Monday. The reality now, though, is that San Antonio acquired De'Aaron Fox in February and just watched Stephon Castle assemble of a Rookie of the Year season. Since winning the May 12 draft lottery, San Antonio has likewise attempted to convey a desire to rival teams that it intends to keep the number 2 overall pick in next month's draft to select Rutgers' Dylan Harper. Though he'll be entering his 21st NBA season at 40 years old in 2025-26, the unrestricted free agent point guard Chris Paul has proven to remain a sensational creator of high-level offense. While appearing in all 82 games for the Spurs during the regular season, the 11-time All-NBA team selection and 6-time Steals champion contributed 8.8 points, 7.4 assists and 3.6 rebounds in 28.0 minutes, sporting a 54.7% effective field goal percentage in the process. The all-time great two-way guard could plausibly fit in extremely well if given the opportunity to join the Lakers and play under his former teammate with the Los Angeles Clippers J.J. Redick, who wrapped up his rookie campaign as the Lakers head coach in 2024-25. By prospectively landing with the fellow 40-year-old James in Los Angeles, the pair of NBA 75th anniversary team members would be realizing a decades-long dream of joining forces to compete for an NBA title. Dorian Finney-Smith has contract options with the Lakers this offseason. Will Dorian Finney-Smith sign an extension, pick up his $15.4 million player option or test free agency this offseason? Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves aren't the only Lakers who will be eligible for an extension this offseason. In fact, Dorian Finney-Smith already is. Finney-Smith has been eligible for a 3-year extension worth up to $56.4 million since mid-February. He would have to turn down his $15.4 million player option for the 2025-26 season, and his new extension could start as high as $17.9 million, with 5% annual raises from there. Granted, there's no guarantee that Finney-Smith opts out at all. His player option is slightly higher than the projected $14.1 million non-taxpayer mid-level exception, and the Brooklyn Nets are the only team expected to have real cap space this offseason. If Finney-Smith opts out and the Lakers elect not to re-sign him, there's no guarantee that he'd be able to recoup that money elsewhere. The good news is that the league's new collective bargaining agreement allows soon-to-be free agents and teams to begin legally negotiating one day after the NBA Finals end. Finney-Smith can get a sense of how much the Lakers are willing to offer him before he decides whether to pick up his player option. Let's briefly walk through each of the paths he could take this offseason. Sign an extension. The new CBA gave the Lakers flexibility if they wanted to sign Finney-Smith to an extension before he even has a chance to test free agency. If someone declined a player option under the previous CBA, he couldn't sign an extension starting below the salary in the option year. The new CBA contains no such restriction. Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves already took advantage of that last October as he declined his $46.7 million player option to sign a 3-year, $109.5 million extension with a $35 million starting salary. The Lakers could try to convince Finney-Smith to decline his player option and sign a multi-year extension that begins at a lower salary. He'd lock in longer-term financial security while giving the Lakers more flexibility under the aprons. That could guarantee them access at least to the $5.7 million taxpayer mid-level exception, which would hard cap them at the second apron, if not the $14.1 million non-taxpayer MLE, which would hard cap them at the first apron. The downside from the Lakers' perspective is that signing Finney-Smith to an extension will cut into their potential spending power in 2026. If they're trying to keep their books as clean as possible so they can find Doncic a co-star once LeBron James retires, they might not want to re-sign Finney-Smith beyond the 2025-26 campaign. At most, Finney-Smith could sign a 4-year extension worth $93.6 million either on June 29 or June 30 before the new league year begins. At that point, he'd be better off opting in and negotiating an extension from there. Opt-in. Finney-Smith opting in might be the best-case scenario from the Lakers' perspective. Although they might prefer him at a lower salary for apron purposes, they should prioritize keeping their books clean beyond the 2025-26 season. This would be far less risky for Finney-Smith than testing free agency, too. While he might want the long-term security of a multi-year deal, there's no guarantee that one awaits if he declines his player option. Multiple teams appear to be trying to clear cap space for the 2026 offseason, including the Miami Heat and Los Angeles Clippers. Plenty can change over the next year, particularly if the top free agent targets take themselves off the market by signing extensions before then, but Finney-Smith might find the 2026 offseason to be more hospitable to free agents than this year appears to be. There's only one team that has a lot of cap space, Brooklyn, and they may want to do a slower rebuild and aren't looking to spend it all now, one veteran agent told ESPN's Brian Windhorst earlier this year. I've never seen a free agency where only one team has real cap space in my career. These free agents are F.ed. If Finney-Smith opts in, he'd be eligible to sign a 4-year extension worth up to $96.5 million once the new league year begins on June 30. It's hard to imagine the Lakers shelling out that type of money for him, though. Test free agency. This would be the riskiest path for Finney-Smith. The only reason to go this route is if he isn't satisfied with what the Lakers are offering and he has credible reason to believe that another team would give him a hefty deal. Even though the Nets are the only team with significant cap space, another team could try to sign and trade for Finney-Smith. Granted, acquiring him via S&T would hard cap them at the first apron, which would limit the number of potential teams that could even pursue that route. Besides, is he the type of player who's worth hard capping yourself for? If negotiations between Finney-Smith and the Lakers break down ahead of free agency and he prioritizes long-term security over the biggest 2025-26 payday, he could decide to opt out. But after watching Gary Trent Jr., Tyus Jones, and Taurean Prince have to settle for 1 year, veteran minimum contracts last offseason, anyone who isn't a star should think twice about testing free agency if they don't have to. There's no clear-cut answer for Finney-Smith or the Lakers this offseason. It would be fairly surprising if he decided to become a free agent, though. Austin Reaves seeking over $30 million in next contract. There is no doubt that the Los Angeles Lakers have one of the best bargain deals in the entire NBA in guard Austin Reaves. Coming off the best year of his career in which he averaged 20.2 points and 5.8 assists, Reaves is one of the best third options in the league and will make only $13.9 million in the 2025-26 season. Next year will likely be the last one in which Reaves will be so cheap, however, as he can opt out of his contract next summer. The final year of his deal is only worth $14.9 million and he will almost definitely decline that player option and get a new contract worth much more. And that salary could be more than double what he's making now as, according to Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report, Reaves will be seeking a starting salary of around $30 million on his next deal. Reeves is nearly sure to decline his $14.9 million player option for the 2026-27 season to explore unrestricted free agency next summer, seeking a salary in the $30 million starting range. The most he can extend for, $19.5 million, is far short of that number. Any team acquiring him would need behind-the-scenes assurances that he'd re-sign at a pre-arranged price, although they wouldn't be technically legal or binding. Reeves is certainly worth that considering all he brings to the table. The undrafted guard has greatly outplayed his current deal and should get paid what he is worth. The question is, how much are the Lakers willing to shell out to keep him around? As Pincus noted, an extension is well short of what he can earn in free agency, so that seems highly unlikely. But a lot of factors will play a role, including what the Lakers accomplish next season, and the status of LeBron James, who could choose to retire after next season as well. If the Lakers are worried about keeping Reeves long-term, then the team could look to shop him around as well, though that seems unlikely considering how highly he is viewed within the organization. Reeves would be the Lakers' most attractive trade piece should he be made available, but it would have to be a big-time, long-term piece for the Lakers to consider moving him. Agent of Lakers Austin Reeves issues warning amidst trade rumors. By all accounts, the Lakers trading Austin Reeves is unlikely, though with many sensing what could be a crazy offseason in the NBA, anything is possible. But Reeves' agent sent a bit of a warning on social media about those including the guard in potential deals for second-string centers. Aaron Riley of AMR Agency made it clear that the fans have no idea what is in store for Reeves next year, saying it will be a show.